My name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rock.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tavengavengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, 2 die in separate road accidents. Rural traders found to be non-compliant. And parents urged to support immunization campaign.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
A 60-year-old Bangladeshi national who was hit by a rental car in Nasole, Nasinu yesterday morning has passed away at Suva CWM Hospital. A family member confirmed to FBC News that the man passed away while the other victim, a 34-year-old school teacher, remains admitted at the CWM hospital. The accident occurred around 6:30 a.m. as the two men were leaving Nasole Mosque to visit a friend who lives in the area. The impact of the accident led the deceased drag 3 meters away from where he was initially hit before he was robbed by one of the occupants of the rental car. A 24-year-old suspect has been arrested and remains in custody at the Valelevu police station. Well, a 47-year-old woman of Navutu settlement in Lautoka has died after she was allegedly hit by a vehicle driven by a 27-year-old school teacher on Friday. Police say she was allegedly pushed onto the busy road by her 25-year-old son during an argument. The woman was selling mangoes on the roadside when the incident occurred. The victim was conveyed to the Lautoka hospital and was pronounced dead on arrival. Her body is being kept at the Lautoka hospital awaiting post-mortem. The suspect is in custody. Meanwhile, a body of a man was found dead in his home in Banaras, Lautoka this morning. Police Chief of Intelligence ACP Mbu Matavo has confirmed the incident to FBC News, adding that a post-mortem will be conducted tomorrow to confirm the cause of his death. The body is being kept at the Lautoka hospital as police investigations begin. 80% of traders in rural and maritime regions are non-compliant and tend to cheat their customers. The Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission is now focusing on traders based in these areas to ensure there is just and fair trade in the marketplace. Pranita Prakash reports.
Over 100 infringement notices and warnings to traders engaged in unfair trade practices were issued by the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission in over 2 months.
132 traders that have been inspected in these maritime regions. 8 have been given on-spot penalties, so these are traders that we had previously visited but were still engaged in some of these unethical practices. We've issued 27 infringement notices and we've warned 68 traders.
The Commission is taking a different approach to deal with traders who ignore the law.
To address the problem, we need to get to the root of what causes the problem. So if people are saying we don't know, we have engaged in trainings, we go out and we visit them and we educate them so that they are aware of it. So the next time around when we are there, if they don't comply, then of course the fines have increased to 50,000, and that should be a deterrent to these traders who are trying to be non-compliant.
The Commission took a stern action against some traders who are now facing the full brunt of the law. There are 37 cases before the court. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Many of the equipment currently used for cement production by Pacific Cement Limited is in an obsolete state. Chief Executive Sawani Tuindrola says the factory is over 70 years old and the equipment needs serious attention. Tuindrola says with the advancement of technology, the factory needs to undergo major repair and maintenance. Pacific Cement Limited has invested $2 million to repair the major production machine. Tuindrola adds during the repair, the factory will be closed for 3 weeks. However, Pacific Cement has imported 25 tons of cement to cater for demand during the closure.
Mill production will greatly improve. It will go back to 100%, of which at this point we are producing at around 18 tons per hour. We'll go back to 25 tons per hour.
A team of health professionals will visit all schools, including kindergartens and villages, to vaccinate children against measles and rubella. This is part of the nationwide immunization campaign that will run for 3 weeks. Pranita Prakash reports.
Measles is a viral disease that spreads easily from person to person, while rubella causes birth defects.
To stop the spread of measles and eliminate the disease, we need to achieve and maintain very high immunization coverage of more than 95% with 2 doses of measles rubella vaccine. Since the last national supplementary immunization campaign in 2006 in Fiji, following a measles outbreak that year, we have observed a huge reduction in measles cases in the country.
The Health Ministry is calling on parents to work together with them and help eliminate measles and rubella.
During the SIA, all children in the target group will be vaccinated regardless of prior measles immunization status, regardless of the date of the last measles vaccination or history of measles illness. Even if a child has received the routine dose of measles vaccine a few days earlier, it will still be eligible for the supplementary immunization dose. It does not increase the risk of adverse events to the vaccine.
The ministry will also reach out to hard-to-reach areas through outreach programs. Children below the age of 10 years will be vaccinated. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Still to come, Utunayalo visits northern villages. And labourer turned business entrepreneur shares his success. That's coming up.
Ranalika, o tikongon na tao na singatoka, ando talifaka na wakaronga ng Bull FM, number 2 na sere.
We are the Ratubuni Kurnambili, Borani Batukara Hambarabananga, the Talitakina na wakaronga ng Bull FM, number 2 na sere. Bula!
Bull FM, number 2 na sere.
The Utunayalo has almost completed a 7-day voyage of building community support for the establishment of offshore marine managed areas in the Vatuira seascape. The Vaka is visiting 4 islands in 2 provinces with a team of volunteers who have committed their time to raising awareness on climate change. Eleanor Trangaviu reports.
Kiombo village in Kumbulaumbua was the second pit stop for the Utunayalo, as it continues its 148 nautical mile voyage of getting community feedback and support for the gazetting and zoning of 2 large marine managed areas within the Vatuira seascape.
We're taking what our government is doing on an international level in terms of its ocean commitments to protect our oceans down to the community level, to be able to engage with people so that the solutions that we come up with are collective and it's a consultative process.
The Vatuira seascape stretches 28,894 square kilometers across the channel that links the 2 main islands of Vitilevu and Bunolevu and is home to over 200 fish species. The 2 proposed offshore marine managed areas will protect and sustain the fish population that move between the inshore reefs and deeper offshore waters.
What we're trying to do is all find a common ground in terms of ensuring that we can put food on our table today, but also ensure that in generations to come from now, we also have the opportunity to pass on that legacy and that culture of having a big Sunday seafood feast and enjoy the same kind of fish that we enjoy today into the future as well.
Part of the team's activity is a beach cleanup where they pick up non-biodegradable rubbish from along the shores of the villages that they visit. Behind me, the team can be seen sorting out this rubbish and putting them into their types into each bag. The data collected from here is then taken back to the villages where they are taught on how to properly dispose this rubbish.
Most times people who live near the beach always end up littering on it, but this is a good educational campaign because the crew are showing us what rubbish to pick and put aside and what to bury.
During the beach cleanup, the crew collected 129 kilograms of non-biodegradable waste, most of which were washed up ashore. The voyage is a joint effort by the Fijian government, the Wildlife Conservation Society and the Utunayalo Trust. Eleanor Turangibiu, FBC News.
Wonderfully preserved in the natural environment, the Yasawa group of islands have a lot to offer for tourists and locals. Despite its vulnerability to cyclones, its remoteness makes it more unique to the country's tourism industry. Ropate Valeme reports.
The villages in Navotua on Nathula Island in the Northern Nassau Islands is operating a village stay, a traditional mbure for tourists.
Our homestay has been running now for 3 years. It's $230 for couples and $207 for single people. Meals and transfers are provided by the village.
This is a village project. Rokotuimbao says money collected from the homestay helps with the village projects and school developments. The homestay is located on the same island as Oarsman Bay and Blue Lagoon Beach Resort and is proven to be a success. Northern District Representative Semoni Nevalu says village development is vital.
We have a joint organization involving all the Turanganikoros and all the reps from the resorts and the owners of the resorts. We have our meeting place where we discuss all issues regarding the villages and its development.
Around 20 resorts and homestays are in the district of Nathula. This includes the majestic Sawilau Cave. Ropate Valeme, FBC News.
The government is focused on carrying out rural developments. This was highlighted by Economy Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum while closing the Disavu 7th tournament at the Naluwai grounds in Naitasiri this week. Said Qayyum says this is not just in terms of connecting Fijians to electricity, water and education, but to provide Fijians with amenities such as sporting facilities. He says 69.4% of Fiji's population consist of youths, and the government is committed to ensure they have access to the best facilities.
It's very important for us as a country, as a nation, as a government to ensure that we provide the best facilities, in particular to our youth, get them connected not only to sporting facilities but also jobs and provide the economic opportunities for them.
I never thought I'd have my own business. This was the sentiment of a 39-year-old general contractor in Navua who didn't have to study for this profession to make him successful. Our successful Fijian tonight is labourer turned business entrepreneur Nilesh Prasad, sharing his humble beginnings. Anna Ravulo with the story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Owning a construction company was not on Nilesh Prasad's mind while growing up in a rice farming background. He says it was very difficult to register a company back in the days, but this did not deter his hopes.
A lot of struggles we had while we were working in these companies. A construction company is not easy to open. You need a lot of money, you need a lot of effort, you need a lot of skills, a lot of workers, laborers, and it's hard to maintain and have your laborers. It's very hard in Fiji to have your group of laborers where you can rely on them. And to make that was a big struggle for us.
A small business that started from home has now flourished and is making name in the Maritime Islands and Navua.
12 years ago I registered a company, small company with one employee only, and from there we have been succeeding, and now here I am. It's all my hard work, and it's all the money, the need that we need for our family. And the way I was going and it developed myself, like now I should have my own company and I can run this company, I can build a house by myself, and I start doing it, and it went well, and today I've got 35 workers, and we have done a lot of houses, we have done resorts.
His active construction company has been involved in the development of various resorts, bures, villas and even schools in the past years.
We have walked Benga Island, we have done Lalati Resort, we have done 7 bures there. We have been to Sabu Sabu, we did one house in Sabu Sabu. Basically a lot of house we're doing in Pacific Harbour. We have been to Namang Mangua, we have done one house there.
Prasad says every house they build is planned and constructed carefully because people invest so much on their homes.
The house is something for the people. They use their whole life's income and money to build their home, and we're trying to deliver them so they are happy for the rest of their life when they stay in their house. It's something very important for people when they build houses.
Prasad plans to expand his business in the not-so-distant future, but for now he will keep it small and tidy and keep doing what they do best to help people feel comfortable in their new homes. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
Successful Fijians was brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Coming up in sports, Kurindrani makes 50th appearance for the Wallabies. And table tennis eyes international meets. This and more after the break.
I'm Andrea Sorbakroa of Neabu Wenebuga Telebu. Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Kano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Fiji Airways drew aside ran in 7 tries as they demolished Melbourne Rising 45-24 in Australia's National Rugby Championship. This is their first victory in NRC as they now prepare for 2 home games from next weekend. Australia and South Africa played out to a 23-all draw in their Rugby Championship clash last night. Despite that, it was a historic moment for Fiji-born Tevita Kurindrani to make his 50th appearance for the Wallabies. The All Blacks made it 3 wins from 3 in the Rugby Championship with a 39-22 bonus point victory over Argentina in their Rugby Championship. A sensational try by powerful young flanker Vaea Fifita sparked the All Blacks over Pumas. Weightlifting, Fiji's 17-year-old sensation Eileen Vikamatana won 4 gold medals in the 90 kg category at the Commonwealth and Oceania Championships in Gold Coast. Vikamatana won the Commonwealth Senior and Junior as well as the Oceania Senior and Junior gold medals. She lifted 102 kg in the snatch and narrowly missed her attempt at 111 kg while chasing the Commonwealth and Junior records in the snatch. However, not to disappoint, she went further by lifting a new personal best of 141 kg in the clean and jerk for a total of 243 kg. More than 25 table tennis players will be part of this year's Fiji Games. The association is taking the meet as a trial for the upcoming international events later in the year. Vashnil Prasad reports.
It was a close battle within the table tennis players during the 3-day Fiji Games competition. The selectors kept a close eye on the national team players who also took this as a final trials for the championship coming later this year.
There's a number of our young players in the trials today are also preparing for the World Cadet Challenge in October as part of the Fiji and Pacific team, as well as 2 of our members are part of the Oceania Cadet team.
Vicky Hu was one of the players who had an outstanding performance in the game.
It's good and we've been training a lot.
And how's the competition?
It's tough.
The preparation for these players begins now as Fiji Table Tennis prepares to host World Cadet Championships next month. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
The Water Authority of Fiji was crowned the champion in the men's open division, beating Vatukola Gold Mine by 39-30 in the Nandi Airport Volleyball Tournament. RFMF took the women's open category, beating TFL 52-25 in the final. In the men's Masters final, Water Authority of Fiji again claimed the title, beating Furka Lautoka by 36-32. Generally fine weather was experienced over most parts of the country today. A trough of low pressure with associated cloud and showers remains slow moving over Vanuatu and extends southeastwards over the southern part of Fiji. A quick look in the west, and sunny conditions prevailed in the Western Division. Lautoka and Nandi recorded the highest at 32 degrees. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, cloudy conditions in Deumba, Nosori and Rakiraki. Suva and Nosori was the coolest at 28 degrees. Up in Vanuatu, cloudy conditions prevailed in Namawalu. However, Lambasa and Savu received rain today. At sea, easterly winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas and moderate southerly swells. The high tide will be tomorrow morning at 9:59 a.m. with the low tide at 4:06 p.m. And sunrise will be at 6:05 a.m. Now for tomorrow, it will be a great week with clear skies and sunshine throughout the country. However, it's advisable to bring out your umbrella if you live in Suva and Savu-Savu, as there will be rain. As for the further outlook, some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, it should be fine. Recapping the main stories: 2 die in separate road accident. Rural traders found to be non-compliant, and parents urged to support immunization campaign. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question, this week we are asking, is there a split in the SEDELPA party? Visit our FBC website to answer. Do send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply #FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1, इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारियल रेकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट, आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन टोटो ताबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
मिर्ची एफएम, इट्स हॉट।